Super Morning Show. And we are talking about profit and progress. Our focus today on the program is on the tax reforms and the implementation of paperless program. Now, of course, before we do that, there's a very important clarification that we need to make anymore.
Yes, Daniel. So this morning on the news review, we did a story about removing tax on sanitary pads. And I quoted a statement from Mrs. Flores Ayisi Korte, as quoted in the Daily Graphic. She's the Director, Department of Children. And she says that placing a 20% tax on important sanitary pads when there were no locally manufactured ones as alternatives was discriminatory to females. We would like to take this opportunity to say that there are locally produced sanitary pads. There's Fatex, there's Yaz. We're saying good morning to them, and we're saying that we're sorry for quoting this very wrong statement. We acknowledge the good work that you're doing, and we appeal to you to reduce your prices as well, because you're kind of matching the international ones in terms of prices. So we definitely need a cheaper alternative. But thank you for the good work that you're doing.
Right, thank you very much, and good morning to all of the hardworking people at Fatex, Yaz, and all local sanitary pad manufacturers. It really dovetails into the discussion we are going to have, because we are talking about local businesses and how to make that environment really, really empowering for the businesses that are operating in there, like businesses like Fatex and Yaz and what have you, and Thomas and Dr. Holmes or Dr. AJ Holmes. Let me just use that.
Okay.
I'm in love with your surname. Let me just say that.
Thank you.
Yes, Thomas and Dr. AJ Holmes are here to help us understand really how the paperless port and the paperless tax system are helping us improve upon our business environments. Before that, the big project itself, Thomas can come in, Jay. It has really come as a solution, hasn't it, for the business sector?
Yeah. First of all, let me say good morning to your cherished listeners. The BIP program is originally an initiative of the DFID. That's with support from the UK Aid. So PEF, which is the Private Enterprise Federation, is the mother business association or business council for private sector associations and chambers in Ghana. And our major interest is to create an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. So when BIP came up with the idea, or DFID came up with the idea of BIP, we saw it as a very good opportunity for us to promote our agenda of ensuring that the local private sector has the right environment to operate and to make profit and also stay competitive. So the whole idea of BIP is to create that enabling environment, but then it's also based on 4 key areas. The World Bank Ease of Doing Business has set various benchmarks it uses, but then the BIP decided to choose 4 of them, which is the business registration, payment of taxes, settlement of disputes, and also trading across borders. So when it comes to the trading across borders, that is where we have the paperless port system being very useful, because if you're able to reduce the time people spend at the ports to clear their goods and all that, is because the more time I spend at the port, it's a cost to my business. So if you're able to clear that aspect of it, it really goes down well to help me become profitable and also competitive. So that is where we are trying to use this project or these initiatives to address. So with us are IEA, the Institute of Economic Affairs, and then the Institute of Social, Statistical and Economic Research, which is to bring the research angles to the study, because PEV is an advocacy body, and we can't just do advocacy by just coming on air to shout and then talk. We have to back our advocacy with evidence, and the evidence is better provided by research. Because that is where IE and ESA comes in, because they have done this over a long time.
Right, so let me come straight to Dr. J. Holmes then, who has all the research. What have we found when it comes to, the paperless port and the tax system?
Thank you very much, Daniel. It might be good to lay a background to the entire paperless system so we can do a discussion in a proper perspective or context. Remember that the customs people are a part of a bigger umbrella called the GRA, that is the Ghana Revenue Authority. Their sister division is the DTRD, which is the Domestic Tax Revenue Department. These 2 arms of GRA have been tasked to collect taxes on behalf of Ghana to be used for the various things that we might need to do. So today we want to concentrate on the customs division, which is primarily concerned with the collection of taxes related to imports and exports. Generally, those taxes they collect them from businesses who are importing final products, businesses which are importing intermediary products, or businesses which are exporting final or intermediary products, or households like you and I who want to import single items like cars or household equipment which we might need. But anytime you do so, it's supposed to be valued so you can pay your duties and related taxes, first of all to the port and then to the customs division. But the point is, everybody who passes through either the Takoradi port or the Tema port or the airport wants to save time and money. And over time, what the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority plus the Customs Division of the JRA have attempted to do is to make that process easy so that people can save money and they can also save time. So somewhere in 2017, there was the recognition that the processes were generally or by and large not efficient enough in comparison with other places on the continent and outside of the continent. So if you imported one container of goods, the average time it took you to clear it was 20 days. So Ghana set out to reduce this 20 days. And when I mention a day here, a day is 8 hours. So
Okay.
we wanted
20
to...
working days.
Exactly, that's right. So we wanted to reduce these 20 days to 4 hours. Someone would say that is a very ambitious objective. But if you went to Dubai, they did clear goods in less than an hour.
Wow.
So we wanted to do it in 4 hours. So we set for ourselves these objectives, and through that, we were hoping that we will reduce the cargo dwell time by up to 50%, reduce the cost of clearing goods by 50%, and reduce intrusive inspection by nearly from 90% to 10%. So these were the objectives we set for ourselves. And what ISA has been doing in the last couple of months is to track some of the progress based on literature search. In the coming weeks, we are also going to go and speak with people who have experienced the process and see whether what we are reading, what we have examined in terms of literature is in the same direction as to how the people who use the port system feel.
I want you to go over the various markers, the various indicators that we are tracking, and how the percentages that they are supposed to, so that the average listener out there can better appreciate them.
Okay, so first of all, we wanted to reduce the cost of clearing cargo by 50%. Those were one of the first objectives. Then,
but isn't that a policy measure rather than something that can be done with the implementation of a paperless tax? Isn't that with the implementation of paperless ports? Pardon me. Isn't that a reduction in taxes rather that we are looking at, or duties that we are looking at?
No, I'm specifically talking about transaction costs.
Okay.
Which are different from duties and port charges. So this morning I have had to come to Joy FM to do business with you.
Okay.
The transaction cost in coming includes the time I spent on the way, how much I paid the trotro driver, and if I got hurt in the trotro, I would also have to take care of myself. So all those processes which I have to undertake to come here and do business with you, we call them transaction costs. And it is those costs that, by and large, we are targeting to reduce by nearly half and push that forward. Okay. And the ultimate objective is to improve our ranking as a nation on the ease of doing business, which is carried out by the World Bank. So the objectives I have stated, the conduit through which the port system was going to use to achieve them included the reduction of inspection agents from 16 to 3. So previously, when your container came in, aside from Customs, Ghana Food and Drugs Board, and the Ghana Standards Authority, there were 13 other state authorities which could also have interest in your import and had to be present before the goods could be cleared. And we wanted to reduce those from 16 to 3. Then the second conduit was to implement what we call the first port rule. And this first port rule, in simple terms, is that if you are a neighboring country and you imported your goods through Ghana, then you don't have to go and pay your duties in your country. But Burkina Faso, for instance, would have a desk in Tema and collect the duties, so that as you move your goods through Ghana to Burkina or Mali, there wouldn't be the need for customs to stop you and check.
Yeah.
And there is a reason why we wanted that. You see, some people can say that they are sending the goods outside Ghana, and so we will not take duties from them. But those goods will end up in Ghana, competing unfavorably with people who have paid their duties and are selling their stuff or using whatever they've imported as inputs for other production. Then ultimately, we were targeting to remove all paperwork in the port. And by this, there would be only 2 sheets of papers which anybody would need if he or she wanted to import something.
Okay.
The first is the bill of lading, which is more or less like a certificate from the shipper telling us what you have imported. And the last one is the weigh bill, which you show to the security men when you are moving your products out. So there were a lot of paperwork, and ultimately wanted to get rid of all these so that we can reduce the 20-day period for imports to 4 hours.
From 20 days to 4. 381, or visit our website, quickangelsghana.com. Quick Angels Ghana Limited, your ideal angel investors. With Dr. Andrew A.J. Holmes, he's a research fellow at ISE. Thomas Kankame J. is a project officer at Private Enterprise Federation, PEF. Now, in the first place, before we even come to what the hard figures say, Thomas, do you think that the implementation of the paperless ports has achieved, that ease of the business environments that we are looking for?
Certainly. Since it has not really attained its full rollout, I think at this stage it's really doing well. From our last survey at the port and with talking to some of our other affiliates business associations like GUTA, GCCI and Co, I think so far it's above average. You can give it about 6/10 because then the whole idea is that you want to reduce the cost of doing business in the country. So if you have a system which reduces your time you waste at the port and also the amount of money you have to spend, then I think it's in the right direction towards reducing anything that reduces the cost of doing business for a private sector person. It's a plus. So
you can use the money to pay your workers.
Exactly. So for us, it's a very good thing, and we can only get better.
Great. So when we say 6/10, how do we break it down, Doc? What does the 6/10 mean?
So, the same GUTA, and I'm continuing from where Mr. Kankam ended. The same GUTA, which is Ghana Union of Traders Association, right, contacted their members to rate 11 items on the scale of 1 to 10 in relation to the paperless port system. And when we find the average of all these ratings, it comes up to that 6. So the first was transparency of the port of entry, whether the activities which goes on there are transparent. So on average, GUTA members scored a 6. Then can we say it is possible for compliant importers to sit in the comfort of their offices and get custom clearance? They rated it 7, which is quite good. You don't need to go to the port. Over the internet, you can get the clearance. Then do we have every activity fed into the risk engine to enable the system to keep records of importers? They said yes, and they rated it at 8/10. One of the points which did not do quite well was whether the first port rule has been implemented. They rated it 5 because only minor internal barriers had been removed. Then the effort towards the 4-hour clearing thing, they also rated it 5. Then they were also asked about faster and accurate duty payables. That one, they said they gave it 8/10. Then have we succeeded with the reduction of human interference and paper movement? It was around 6, which means that there's still some level of human interference and paperwork. There were other things like joint inspection, which we were targeting reducing it from 16 to 3. Yes, they rated it 7. And continuous engagement with stakeholders, that was quite high, 8, meaning that the customs officers are doing quite well, explaining what they are doing to the public, and that is good news. Then handling of petition and demurrage is still around 6. And demurrage, these are charges which you pay if you are unable to clear your goods during the stipulated time, and you have to pay for more or less something like a ground rent for keeping your container in the port. That one they rated as 6. Then system integration by various agencies. And this is crucial because if we want to do things paperless, then people must be able to pay their duties through the banks without difficulty. The ports and the customs should have platforms which link properly. And that one they rated as 6. So when you do an average for all these specific points, then we get an average of 6, which Thomas alluded to. But we can go on and then take the items that we specified earlier on, one by one. So we wanted to reduce the joint inspection team from 16 to 3. That one has been achieved. So now, unless there are agencies which have specific interest in the cargo, you will always have only 3 agencies being there present to examine your goods. So that one, we've done it. Then the first port rule, so when we checked in January, we were told it will be rolled out in March. That has not quite happened. They've removed some internal barriers. As you move from Accra to, let's say, Tamale, you will still see customs posts on the way. Eventually, we are not supposed to see them. So we spoke informally with some of the customs officers, and what they are telling us is that they are working on it, and in as time goes on, we will see Mali set up a table at the port, we will see Burkina set up a table at the port, so that once their goods come in there, they can pay their duties and take it to Burkina without any need for checks. Then ultimately, we also wanted to see all the paperwork removed. That has happened to an extent, but we still have places like the customs bonded warehouses, which are still a bit of paper. And we are told that not all the shipping lines have enrolled onto the system. So yes, some progress have been made, but there is still room for improvement. We have not yet reached the 4-hour target. We are now at 4 days.
4 days.
Yes.
It's not a marked improvement from 20 days. I mean,
Yes. And and speaking with one freight forwarder yesterday, he believes that the 4-hour is possible. And later on, I would explain why he thinks we've not been able to get to the 4 hours from 4 days. Then there is a famous long room, which was in the port, where you visit several tables just to get your goods cleared. It has been removed, and a bit of it, which is the compliance, has been sent to the head office. So now you don't see any long table where you must see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people before you get your goods cleared. Everything has been transferred onto the computer, and in the comfort of your home, if you are compliant, you can just sit down there and your goods will be cleared. If you have drivers and cargo transporters on the ground, you don't even need to visit the port. They will pick it up and bring it to your home. Then there's another interesting target which we had, which is with intrusive inspection. And intrusive inspection simply means your container will be opened and physically examined. At first, 9 out of 10 containers were opened for such intrusive inspections. somehow we've been able to reduce this from 9 to about 5. So for every 10 containers which dock at the terminal, we've brought the intrusive inspection from 90% to about 56%. But the ultimate target is 10%. And I'm sure we should be working on it to reduce the time that is spent at the port. Whenever you open the container and all the interested people are not there, the process cannot move on. So if the system can check, it can be scanned, and based on your records, artificial intelligence can tell us that you should be let go. That improves the system quite a lot. And later on, I would also discuss a bit of why that is not happening at the speed that we want.
Just to add on to what Doc just mentioned, some of the other successes that have come out of this process is that right now, demurrage has decreased by 17.5%.
You mean the costs there?
Yeah, it has reduced by 17.5%. And also, 43% of containers are now cleared within 24 hours, which is a very big achievement, because you know the case at Temaport. That's why all these expansion works are going and all that. So if 43% of goods can be cleared within 24 hours, then the better for us, because then Temaport is not only in isolation, we are also competing with other neighboring countries like Lome and all that. We all remember the Vice President's statements during the EMT town hall meeting, which alluded to the fact that the Temaport is uncompetitive, and we have to make sure that
it becomes competitive.
So those are some of the successes we have achieved, and it's very positive for the private sector.
It sounds good. So that's the progress we've made so far, and we are translating it into profit in our businesses. That's what this program is about, profit and progress. It's 30 minutes to the stop of the hour. When we come back, we wrap up. Stay with us.
Where's everybody? Who is the class prefect here?
Please, sir. Most of them are not feeling well, and it's been confirmed that it's malaria.
You see, my dear, it is only the stubborn fly that follows the corpse to the grave. Same way, if you don't heed the advice to sleep under treated net, mosquitoes will bite you and you will get malaria.
Sir, you are right. Most people are just adamant. They don't sleep under their treated nets, so the mosquitoes feast on them at night. I sleep in peace under my treated net every night and throughout the night to avoid mosquito bites.
Night after night, in so many places, people are sleeping under insecticide-treated nets. Prevent malaria. Sleep under insecticide-treated net every night and throughout the night, wherever you are. Nothing must stop you. Good life. Live it well. It's an everyday thing. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, USAID, and partners.
Come to a serene atmosphere. Beautiful green grass, spacious and conducive just for your social and corporate events, weddings, parties, anniversaries, get-togethers, funerals, retreats, and more. Get in touch with Royal Dazzle Event Center today. Locate us between Ashaliboche School Junction and Trasacco, precisely Major last stop. Follow us on social media, Facebook at Royal Dazzle Event Center, on Instagram at Rodaz_Event Center. You can also send an email to royaldazzleeventcenter@gmail.com or call +233 246 202 144 or +233 558 148 585. Royal Dazzle Event Center, creating memories and more. Memories and more.
Hi, I'm Emma Morrison, Group Head for Business Programming at the Multimedia Group. This year, I will be at the Women's Leadership Conference in Las Vegas with Adansi Travels. Want to be inspired to achieve a high level of personal and professional growth? Join me for this conference, which promotes women's personal and professional development and advancement. It's going to be an eye-opener with varying perspectives and strategies for development. Las Vegas is a top 3 destination in the United States for business conventions and a global leader in the hospitality hospitality industry. There will be lots to do and lots to see. So let's go to Las Vegas, August 4th to August 8th, 2019. Don't miss this opportunity to be inspired, motivated, and to network with over 2,000 global leaders at the plush MGM Grand Hotel. Oh, and men can come too. For US visa holders is $1,590 single, and for non-US visa holders is $1,950 single, exclusive of flights. Deadline is May 30, 2019. Contact Adansi Travels on 055-631-0404 or 024-360-6648 for registration and travel arrangements. Las Vegas, here we come.
Welcome to the world of delicious natural baby food. At Yummy Shea, we create exciting recipes so your baby can experience a wide variety of flavors. We lovingly create dishes using fruits, vegetables, grains, and proteins to make super healthy meals that babies love. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. No added salt or sugar. It's pure and simple, and of course, fresh. Please join us for the Yummy Shea launch on Wednesday, the 5th of June, 2019, 12 noon at the Fitzgerald in Cantonment, opposite Mango and Reed. Come and join our wonderful world at Yummy Shea Foods. Yummy Shea, seasoned with love.
Day 2 of the Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show on Friday, May 31, 2019 will host a discussion on redefining the frontiers of fertility through assisted reproduction, a brighter outlook for childless couples. On the panel are Dr. Edem Hiaji, President of the Fertility Society of Ghana and Medical Director, Lister Hospital, Dr. Matthew Yamwache, Consultant Urologist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Ellis Joleto, Embryologist, and Nanaya Osei, a fertility counselor. Join us for what promises to be an honest and open discussion, bringing to the fore advances in new research in reproductive medicine and options. The Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show is supported by New Crystal Health Services Limited, growing together in good health. Health Link Healthy Man and Woman from Pharma Trust Limited, East Cantonment Pharmacy Limited, quality service, simply delivered, and also endorsed by the Ministry of Health. Don't forget to hashtag Joy Business HWTS.
Joy 99. With an amazing offer from Chemo Home. Get a shower kit from as low as 525 Ghana cedis. World-class quality with warranty and reliable performance. Contact Chemo Home for all your bathroom products on 0244 030 411 or 0302 233 224 or visit their showrooms at South Industrial Area opposite STC or Spintex opposite Energy Bank. Now from now till the 9th of June 2019, pay for your goods and services with your Stanbic Visa debit and credit card and get the chance to win an all-expense paid trip for 2 to the Total AFCON 2019 in Egypt, courtesy of Visa. Use your Stanbic Visa card a minimum of 14 times in a month to increase your chances of winning. Visit the Stanbic Visa Parks stand at participating shopping malls and get a feel of the 2019 Total Africa Cup of Nations by competing in penalty kicks, ball juggling, wheel spinning, lucky dips, and many more to win amazing prizes instantly. Don't miss out. Let's make history. Go Ghana. Don't miss I Want Your Wife, the latest Ebo White play showing at the National Theatre on the 6th, 7th, 13th and 14th of July at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. daily. Early bird tickets are available from now till 16th of June 2019 for 60 Ghana cedis, saving you a whopping 20 Ghana cedis. Tickets are available here at Joy FM and at all the usual outlets, or you can WhatsApp 050 554 6030. It's a WhatsApp number 050 554 6030. Join Emma Morrison, Group Head for Business Programming for the Women's Leadership Conference in Las Vegas with Adansi Travels. This conference promotes women's personal and professional development and advancement, and it takes place from the 4th of August to the 8th of August 2019. For US visa holders, it's $1,590, and for non-US visa holders, it's $1,950, exclusive of flights. Deadline is tomorrow, the 30th of May 2019. Contact Adansi Travels on 055 631 0404 or 024 360 6648 for registration and travel arrangements. Now, the 4th annual Emmy Africa Awards in partnership with Commonwealth with support for the Multimedia Group comes to you live from the Kempinski Hotel on Saturday, 22nd June 2019. Visit emmyafrica.com or at Emmy Africa on all social media handles for more information. To vote, go on the website emmyafrica.com or comment hashtag Emmy Africa Awards and the nominee's name on all social media platforms, or text EMY and the name of the nominee to short code 1393. For inquiries and table reservations, call 020-201-8870. Emmy Africa Awards, celebrating the men of the year, inspiring greatness. Let me come back to our guests for our final words before we wrap up today. Let me begin with Thomas.
For every system, you can't have it to be 100%
of course.
Yeah. So then there are a few challenges with the paperless system. One of which includes the downtimes. GCNet and ResBlue system, they normally have downtimes, and that affects the early release of the goods or the inspection, because then if there's no connectivity, there's no way the job can be done. So I think that's something maybe they will have to address to improve the connectivity issues. And also the issue about the intrusive inspection. We thought there was the CT scan system which was going to allow electronic inspection and all that, but then with the paperless, you still have to do the intrusive inspections, whereby sometimes you have to bring everything out before that can be a discomfort to private sector. So those are the two major issues I want to talk about:
the downtime and the intrusive inspection.
Yes, but then one last thing. One thing you have to note that we are not doing this in isolation. Actually, we are doing it in partnership for issues of sustainability. We are doing it in partnership with the GRA. So GRA was supposed to be here this morning, but due to certain circumstances, they were not able to.
They could not make it.
So those of our listeners who are sending in messages and want to know certain issue, I think the next time we are on air,
of course, BIP is here every 2 weeks, and so we'll definitely be addressing all the issues.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Your final words, Dr. Holmes.
Yeah, I just want to say that the Ghanaian environment is such that whenever anybody at all earns 100 cedis, they return 13 cedis to government to take care of the country. If you went to France, when they earn 100 euros, they return 46 back to government to take care of the country. Therefore, if we want to see progress, we definitely have to make sure that the things we are supposed to pay, whether at the ports or within the country, we pay them. Number two, sometimes the things that we expect from the port, especially in terms of time and getting our products taken out, it doesn't happen because the information we supply on the JRA systems are not right. And whenever you make a mistake in putting your information on their system, it makes it difficult for them to make progress with you. So let us ensure that, especially those of us who are important, that every time we have to make inputs, make scanning of documents, and put it on the system, they are the right ones. Because if they are not right, they will contribute to the delays. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Andrew A.J. Holmes. He's a research fellow at ISE, and Thomas Kankame J is with the Private Enterprise Federation, PEF. That's how we end today's Super Morning Show. Today marks the second anniversary of the murder of Major Maxwell Mahama. The Defense Ministry, the Military High Command, and all other security agencies will today unveil a monument in honor of the late Major Maxwell Mahama. All right. Mama V. Owusu Abuaje, the silky smooth voice with the beautiful face, is joining us this morning with the news on top of the hour. Hello.
That's a lot.